And now let's get started with part 3. And obviously I'm not done yet. Let's go ahead and bring back up Cazador again. They claim that Ascended Astarion does not act like Cazador, and their only proof and evidence of that is some unconfirmed tweets or messages from the supposed writers saying that Ascended Astarion is still the same Astarion as before. But how can this be if the companions have the ability to call Ascended Astarion another Cazador, and we as the player have the dialogue option on multiple occasions to call Ascended Astarion Cazador in not only the romances but also the breakup, and even if you did not romance him. Bon Astarion even mentions how he wanted to be just like Cazador back at the ritual, and he thanks us for preventing that from happening. I'm trying to understand where's the disconnection here, because if the game makes multiple connections with Ascended Astarion and Cazador with not only the dialogue options and what the companions say, and also in his voice of line and actions, then how is Astarion still the same when he ascends? To assume that Astarion is still the same after he ascends, even though the dialogue compares him to his old master, is to also assume that his spawn self is also like Cazador. Yes, granted that he has his moments from Act 1 all the way to Act 3 that kind of compares him to Cazador before you even finish his quest line. But if we're going to entertain this idea and logic that Astarion is still the same before ascension, then we should extend that same grace to Cazador. Because if you read what Velioth did to Cazador before he became a true vampire, it is the exact same thing that Cazador did to Astarion. Because Cazador lost loved ones. Cazador also faced abuse from Velioth. Cazador was also impaled for 11 years compared to Astarion being locked in a coffin for 1. And I'm not saying one is better than the other, they're both horrible experiences. And it's to highlight the similar trauma that they both went through. And this isn't me trying to get people to sympathize with Cazador, because there is no changing that man and he has to be put down. He is not going to cooperate or give up the ability to ascend, because vampires have too much pride and that's not going to allow him to change for the better. And finally, what do you think Cazador is going to do if he successfully ascends, if we have never met Astarion, helped him with this quest, and Astarion was consumed during the ritual? He would be doing the exact same thing that Ascended Astarion does in the epilogue: to rule Baldur's Gate through the shadows and potentially maybe take over the world after that. And I want to end this video by saying I'm not here to stop you from romancing Ascended Astarion. Do you. This is your story. If you are into characters who act like Ascended Astarion, more power to you. Again, my only issues is when you try to headcanon or mask his evil ways and behaviors as something good, or justifying everything he's done. Because everything he described he was doing in the past 6 months after the epilogue does not seem like anything good. We don't want to stop you from romancing Ascended Astarion. Enjoy your gameplay and have a wonderful day.